Okay, and when you're ready, just hit.
Javonlyn Dunnigan is hard to miss.
Did you see where my hand was?
She's a black woman coaching other black women
Just keep practicing.
who are rocking custom vests and letting off a few rounds at a gun range outside Chicago. That's why she created Ladies of Steel, a women's gun club, and started offering gun safety classes mainly for women.
More and more women, when we go out every day, even if you're married, we are out by ourselves. We travel and meet our girlfriends. We all come in different cars. We're walking back at night to our cars from the party. We're at risk in a lot of ways.
Dunnigan's group partly represents black Americans' increased interest in firearms, especially women.
And our ladies are becoming more and more comfortable, showing up at the range, grabbing their lane, unloading, loading.
They look pretty damn comfortable.
They do.
And according to a 2014 Pew Research Center study, more black Americans than before said they feel that owning guns has made them safer.
Social media was very nasty, especially with the election. After the election of Donald Trump, we started seeing activity of a lot of African Americans wanted to exercise their Second Amendment right.
Dixon Q. Amoa is the president of the 761st Gun Club, the Chicago chapter of the National African American Gun Association. The national organization said it saw membership double in just 3 months after the 2016 presidential election. Although there's data on black Americans' shifting attitudes about guns, one thing that's a little harder to track is how people feel about gun owners who are black.
I always had an interest in firearms since joining the military, but I also had that guilt of me it's not for me, I shouldn't have one. Me as a black man shouldn't have a firearm because I was worried about what society thought.
Black gun ownership in the U.S. is complicated.
Anyone who would approve of this kind of demonstration must be out of their mind.
The history books tell us laws explicitly kept black people from owning firearms. In recent years, we've seen instances of black people being targeted or even killed for legally owning a gun.
Sir, I have to tell you, I do have a firearm.
Or having something that looks like one, even in open carry states. Black gun ownership in Chicago has an added layer of complexity because gun crimes are a major problem. In 2016, more people were killed in Chicago than in any other U.S. city, and most victims and suspects are black. With that in mind, how exactly do organizations promoting black gun ownership make sense of that mission in a city struggling with gun violence?
The whole idea is we wanted to take that fear away from people that see guns in a negative way by bringing them out, educating them about firearm safety, the firearm culture.
Dunnigan says the location of her business is intentional.
I really wanted it to be on the South Side because we have a major problem. Crime is not discriminating. Now we're seeing more crime in the daytime. There was a time when people could get home in the evenings and not really worry about it.
And here, you didn't have enough control over the firearm.
For gun rights groups that appeal to black Americans, advocating for gun ownership could be seen as controversial, especially in Chicago. But as Americans, these groups believe the Second Amendment is as much for black people as it is for anyone else.
One thing I don't want it to do and never intended is to exploit all of the violence in Chicago. It's serious. I just want to be safe as a homeowner, as a parent, and I want my friends to be safe.